I'm Aimee Symington, the Children's Etiquette Coach, CEO of Successful Kids, and the creator of the award-winning products, Blunders and Manner Mat, that both teach children polite manners and social skills. Today I'm going to talk to you about the 5 easy steps on how to teach your children Playdate etiquette. So whether they are a guest at someone's house or having someone over to their house, being the host, they'll know what to do. So the first thing is, if they are a guest in someone's home, is they need to remember that they're in someone else's home, so they need to follow the rules of the person's home. So for example, when they go over and they might say, would you like me to leave my shoes outside, or in a particular place? Would you like me to put my jacket in a particular place? If the mother says, there's no eating in the living room, well, certainly, make sure your children know that there's no eating in the living room. And also, when they do go to someone's house, is to be nice to everyone. So even if you don't like your friend's little brother, it's important that you are nice to everyone in the house, including your friend's little brother. Okay, the second point is that when your child is a guest in someone's home, is to make sure that they clean up after themselves. If there's anything that a mom or dad appreciates about when they have a child come over, is that the house is actually in the same shape, if not better, than when they were there. So remind them to clean up after themselves, and also, and this is one of my big pet peeves, is to try the food that they're served. So if the mother has gone and made a really nice meal for your child, and then your child sits there and says, I'm not going to try this, because they've never had something before, that's not going to go over so well. So encourage your child to try a bite of everything, and that lesson starts at home. So always encourage them to try new things at home. Okay, the third thing they need to know if they're a guest in someone's house is to show gratitude. So when they leave, is to go to their friend and their parents and say, thank you, Mr. and Mrs. whomever, thank you for having me over. And also to the child, say, thank you, Bill, for having me over today. So that's the important 3 lessons for if you're a guest and if you're a host. So if your child is having another child come over for a play date, a couple of key things to remember. And one is that if your child can offer the other child some different choices of things to do, because your child might love to make puzzles. But if the child comes over and they say, would you like to play outside, would you like to make a puzzle, or would you like to color? Then I think that puts the other child at ease, and it really makes the play start off even better. So offer choices, but one of those choices should not be to watch TV. I tell my kids is that it's a play date, not a TV date. It's not a computer date. It's not a, let's go and play video game date. It's a play date. So they need to play and use that opportunity to do things, especially outside. And then the last thing to remind your child, especially if they're young, is that they need to share. They need to share their things. They need to be prepared that if someone's coming over to play with them, that they might want to use their favorite markers or play with their favorite doll. So encourage them to share. And then also, and this is very important for your child who's older, is to include everyone. So for example, when my daughter has her friends over who are 11 years old, and maybe there's 4 of them, is that I really encourage my daughter to make sure that everybody's having a good time and that everyone feels included. So those are a few tips, and I have more of these tips on my website, which is blundersmania.com. And you'll also see there the board game, which is a great learning tool for kids. It's been used all over the world. And also manner mats, which are disposable placemats that you can use at home or when you go to restaurants. So these are there at, again, blundersmania.com.